Hi everyone, welcome to Grow with Google. I'm Megan Guerrero. I am the Community and Economic Development Agent for Prairie View University. In this workshop, I'm working with Andy Everett, El Paso County Community and Economic Development Agent. Later, I'll pass it off to her. Hosted by Prairie View A&M University Cooperative Extension Program. As an extension of the university, we serve as the boots on the ground, providing evidence-based programs out in the communities that we serve. We work in the Community and Economic Development Agent and Community and Economic Unit in Willacy and El Paso counties. Our job is to essentially create equity in the communities we serve through technical assistance and capacity building. Our unit is also a Grow with Google partner. Grow with Google is an initiative to help people learn digital skills, prepare for jobs they enjoy, and use their creativity and passion through hands-on computer science activities. In today's workshop, you will create a professional resume like this one. A resume is a valuable tool that can help you apply for jobs, internships, schools, and special programs or scholarships. A resume gives readers, like potential employers or school search committees, a first impression of you. It describes your qualifications and explains who you are. It should be error-free, easy to read, and effectively provides a snapshot of how you spend your time. Even if you don't plan to use a resume right away, organizing your experiences and listing your qualifications are useful steps to prepare for any future need. In this workshop, you will brainstorm experiences that make your resume unique to you. You will add your own background skills, education, and experiences to highlight your individual strengths. Using a template in Google Docs, you will create a first draft of your resume. Then you will revise your resume to make it even stronger and more interesting to a potential employer or educator. By the end of this activity, you will be able to select and use Google Docs template, format different sections of the document, and download a document as a specific file type to send in an email. You will leave the workshop with a professional resume you can send to potential schools and jobs. Let's get started. First, sign into your Google account. On your Chromebook, open a new browser window and go to the google.com. Then sign in using your Gmail address and password. Signing into your Google account allows you to access all the products you'll see today. You'll only have to sign in once to be able to access Google Sheets, Docs, Slides, Photos, Forms, Gmail, and a lot of other applications. After you sign into your Google account, use the Google Apps menu to move between applications. Select the Google Apps icon. These are all the Google applications that come with your account. Your most recently used are shown first. Select more to expand the list. You can get to Gmail Sheets and Slides here. You can also access your Google Drive, where all your projects are stored. Let's take a look at Google Drive first. If you've never created anything with Google Apps before, your drive may be empty. If you've created projects in Google Applications, they will all be stored here. You can create new projects from your Google Drive. Google Drive allows you to store, access, and share files like documents, slideshows, forms, and photos in one place. Instead of being stored on a computer, your Google Drive files are stored in a cloud, a safe place on the internet where you can save important information. When you save something on your Google Drive, you can easily access it from any computer, smartphone, or tablet with internet access. Files stored on Google Drive won't get lost, even if your computer crashes. And your projects you create with Google applications are all stored automatically on your Google Drive. You don't have to remember to click Save. Today, we'll begin working on a basic resume in Drive. You can come back and edit it later using any device connected to internet. A resume is a written document that highlights your education, work experience, activities, and skills. Most resumes include sections that contain this information. Resumes can be formatted in different ways, but most resumes will include similar information. A typical resume includes several sections: your contact information, your work experience, your education history, skills and abilities, and activities, awards, and accomplishments. That's a lot of information to include in one document, and a strong resume will look professional, organized, and easy to read. It may seem difficult to gather all of this information and arrange it so that it makes a good impression. What if you don't have many design skills? Or maybe you don't feel comfortable formatting this on the computer. Use a template to structure your resume. A template is like a guide for building your document. Templates provide standard layout, design, formatting elements. They provide a consistent starting point for your projects. Many documents such as project proposals, meetings, agendas, business letters, and resumes follow a similar layout or design. Templates help you save time when you're writing because they are already formatted with the proper layout. All you have to do is fill in the appropriate information. Google Docs offers a lot of free professional resume templates to get you started. The layout, fonts, and colors are different for each template, but they all contain the same basic information that you'll need for a resume: your contact information, skills, experience, and education, as well as accomplishments or projects you've completed. After you select a template, you can customize the document from there. Choose a template you like now, so you can begin creating a polished resume. To begin, open a new document from a template to view the template gallery. From your Google Drive, select New. Then choose the arrow next to the Google Docs to reveal a drop-down menu and form a template. This opens up Google Docs template gallery. As you can see, there are a lot of different forms that you can choose from. Choose from one of the templates you see on your screen. Keep in mind, this is just a draft. It does not have to be perfect. Great. You have selected the resume template you'll use for your first draft. Give this document a name like My Resume. This becomes the file name, and this is the way you'll find the document on your Google Drive. As soon as you open this doc, it is saved automatically on your Google Drive. You do not have to do anything extra to save your projects. They save automatically as soon as you make changes to the document. Now let's start customizing this template so that it's unique to you. In the resume template, update your contact information. First, select the text that says your name and replace it with your actual name. Then include your address, your phone number, and email. To present yourself professionally, use an email that is easy to read, relatively short, and avoids too many words or symbols unrelated to your name. Next, delete the job title. People applying for a specialized job will usually include this. Include a title if you like, but it's not required. Excellent. The contact information portion of your resume should look like this, with your own information. Great. Now that you have chosen a resume template and updated the contact information, we're going to use this to build the first sections of your resume. Under the experience section that is already built into the template, brainstorm 2 or 3 work experience you've had. Resume readers want to see whether your experience is relevant to the position you are applying for. If you haven't had a paying job yet, that's okay. You can include related experience such as volunteer work, community service, regular household chores, or classroom responsibilities like taking attendance or participating in a group assignment. Even hobbies such as a blog or taking photographs could be relevant, including any role that required responsibility and initiative in your brainstorming document. For each experience, include the name of the employer, the type of work, the location, dates of employment, and a description of what you did. Add 2 or 3 experience items to your brainstorming documents now. Use the existing formatting of the template to keep your resume looking consistent and professional. Remember, this is only a draft. You can always edit these descriptions and add more later. Now include measurable details about your experience, like how often you work, how much you accomplished during each session, or how many items you completed over the course of the project. Spend 2 to 3 minutes adding details like these to each of your job descriptions. Employers will use these descriptions to understand your experience. Next, list your education history. Type the name of your current school. List the school's location, the month, and the year you started, your expected graduation date, and your GPA. Ask your teacher how to find your GPA if you don't know it. Keep this section in the same formatting provided by the template so that it is designed of your resume is clean and professional. If you're enrolled in an academic pathway or vocational track at school, include that as well. And if you transferred from another school, add your previous school to your brainstorming document. Great, your resume is off to a strong start. It should look something like this. Remember, this is just a draft, and you can always go back and edit it later. Your resume will be unique to you, so It's okay if it doesn't look exactly like this. For example, if you haven't attended one school, you may only list one institution under education. Or if you have worked a series of odd jobs, your work experience section may include more entries. And now I'll pass it off to my co-presenter, Andy Everett.
Thank you, Megan. Now let's add the final information for your resume, your skills, activities, and awards. Turn your attention to the section called Skills. Here you will list the useful abilities that you didn't specifically mention in the experience section. List skills that make you a good student, employee, friend, or sibling. Include both hard and soft skills. Hard skills are technical and job specific. They include things like typing, playing an instrument, speaking a foreign language, or using specialty tools or software applications. Here are some listed. Soft skills are personal qualities that may relate to how you interact with others. Soft skills include effective communication, problem solving, relating well to people, or being cooperative or a team player. Now pause and think about what you're good at. List a combination of 5 to 7 hard and soft skills. If you need help thinking of skills, open a new tab and search the internet for examples. Now let's try a challenge. To complete the skills section, choose a few skills relevant to a position you might apply for. Edit your skills list to match the job description. When your skills match the requirements of the position, you are more likely to grab your resume reader's attention. If you already have a job you know you want to apply for, open a new tab in your browser and find the job description. Or if you don't have a specific job in mind, use this example. So this business wants applicants with a good work ethic, the ability to work on a team, and a willingness to help others. Requirements of this job include interacting with the public and keeping an area clean. Now return to your resume draft using this job description or a job description for a job you might want. Type in the skills that describe your best qualities and align most closely to the job posting. You might keep some of the skills you already listed, or you may think of new skills that apply to this particular job. If you're applying for a position working in a civic center, for example, your skill cares about the community would be a good fit for your resume. Take a few minutes to create your list of skills. Remember, you can always edit your resume later. For now, focus on choosing both hard and soft skills that will make your resume stand out. Great. Now let's move on to the last section of your resume, awards and activities. Think about your extracurricular activities and your accomplishments. Maybe you worked on your school yearbook, were recognized for a hobby, or earned an award at your job. You might also list sports, clubs, contests, performances, or student government. Only include awards and activities from your past 3 or 4 years. You can choose to list only awards in this section or include a mix of awards and activity and update the header to match. Keep the header in all capital letters so it's consistent with the template. Take a few minutes to list 3 to 5 awards and activities, but don't spend too much time brainstorming. You can always add more information later. All right, great job. Your resume now has all the information you need to get an interview. At this point, you've made a great start on your resume. You have brainstormed your work history, skills, and experiences, and you have started to format your resume with a template. You have added your contact information and chosen skills to highlight for a particular job. Now let's fill in the remaining sections of your resume and complete your first draft. So read your experience section again and include any information you didn't write as you were brainstorming your work history. Update the company name with your employer, the location, and your job title. Use the existing formatting, then add the dates you worked there. If you are still working there, write your start date, a hyphen, and then present. Next, review the description of each job. If you haven't already, split the information into bullets like you see here. Use active verbs to describe the actions you perform. Examples of active verbs include managed, coordinated, created, founded, planned, built, tracked, and mentored. Notice in this example, active verbs include prepare, greeted, washed, and contributed. Next, think about your verb tense. Write in the present tense for work you still do. For example, prepare is in the present tense. Use the past tense for a job or project that has been completed. For example, here, greeted is in the past. Take a minute or two to look at your verb tense now. Finally, take a look at how you describe your jobs. Include complete phrases for each bullet point in your list of experience, but leave out pronouns like I or me. As you can see here, the resume says washed and dried, not I washed and dried. Take a couple of minutes to finish filling out the rest of your experience section in your resume. Reread your education section to make sure all of the details are included. Then follow the same process to complete the awards section. You can change the title to awards and activities if that fits your experience better. Spend a few minutes now completing the education section and adding your awards and activities. Great job. You've completed the first draft of your resume. At this point in the workshop, you have completed a draft of your resume by adding your contact information, work experience, education history, skills, and awards. Next, edit your resume and make formatting change so that it is more polished and professional. Resumes influence the way a potential employer perceives you. They allow someone to quickly learn about you and determine whether you might be a good fit for the job. Correct spelling, active verbs, and experience all make a big impact. Keep in mind, resumes should be short and concise. They don't include every responsibility from every job. Once you get an interview, you can use that opportunity to go into more detail about yourself, but your resume should showcase your best and most relevant accomplishments. To start editing and formatting your resume, carefully read through each section. Make sure the bullet points and descriptions are in the correct sections. Now check your grammar for complete sentences and phrases and proper punctuation. A single typographical or grammatical error can prevent you from getting an interview, and spell check does not always find every mistake. Next, look for a strong action verbs and clear descriptions that stand out. In a one-page resume, every word counts. If there are places where you could pick a more appropriate phrase or use fewer words to say the same thing, choose a more precise word or concise phrasing. When you have finished proofreading your resume, make formatting changes, if necessary, so that the text fits on one page and is well spaced. For example, you might cut unnecessary words, change bullets into paragraphs, reduce line spacing, or reduce font sizes. When you're finished, run the spell check. I am going to give you a few minutes to read over your resume, actually a few seconds, and you can edit according to your guidelines, these guidelines. If you have time, share your resume with somebody else to ask for their comments and feedbacks. They may catch errors or unclear phrasing that you did not notice. Great job. Now your resume looks more professional and polished. Finally, share your resume with your teacher or a group leader. To share your resume, you can print it or download it as a specific file type, such as a PDF or Word document. This lets people with different computer programs open your document when you share it with them. You can also email it from Google Drive. Email your resume as a PDF to your teacher or to a friend or another professional colleague to show what an awesome job you did. Now I'll go ahead and pass it back to my colleague, Megan.
Thank you, Andy. In this activity, you created a resume that communicates relevant information about you using Google Docs templates. You selected a resume template from Google Docs template gallery, updated your contact information, created a work experience section, described your education history, identified your skills, and listed your awards. And then you formatted and edit your resume by making changes to the text and layout. Now you have the tools to create a professional resume for any kind of job or experience. You can choose the appropriate template, format, and wording to make your accomplishments stand out and give yourself a better chance of being selected for an interview. Resumes are not limited to job search. They can be used for college applications, scholarships, internships, and a variety of other purposes. They can and should be modified to address the specific requirements of each situation. Have fun creating unique, effective, and professional-looking resumes for your future applications. If you're interested in learning more about these other applications or doing more practical projects for work or for home, Google offers a lot of additional resources. For example, Google Applied Digital Skills Curriculum is a set of free video-based lessons that show you step-by-step how to build useful projects that you can use at home or at work. You can access these lessons by visiting our Grow with Google website, google.com/grow. Thank you for joining us today. We hope this was helpful. Please join us for our next presentation this coming Tuesday, June 23rd at 11 Central Time for our digital skills for everyday tasks. And on June 30th at 11 a.m. Central Time, join us for Collaborate, Meet, and Work Remotely. Thank you.